quite coincidentally, I've really been actually needing a brush recently because my last one is broken. With my absolute luck, I've been able to trial out a wet brush. I've been hearing really good things about this brand. I'm incredibly intrigued. It's supposed to be made with the sort of technology that doesn't drag at your hair, so you don't have much fallout, which is fantastic. That's exactly what I need. With my hair, I get a lot of fallout, unfortunately, and I've been seeing a bit more of it recently. I've also noticed that depending on the type of products that I use will also cause more fallout. So that's something I've been trying to combat recently. Just taking it out, having a look. It's a very, very light brush, very thin. The bristles as well are very light. In the shower, I usually use, because of my big thick curls, I usually use a wide tooth comb, but I do in some instances where my hair is really a little bit too knotty, I need a really good wide brush to be able to handle it. And I think this is gonna do the job.
I've been struggling with my hair falling out when I've been brushing it, so I've been looking for a brush that's a bit more gentle on my hair. This isn't meant to tug on knots or anything, so I'm hoping this is what I need to stop the pain and stop the shedding. So the bristles feel a lot more flexible than other brushes I've used. I wonder if that's what makes it more gentle on your hair. It seems to run through my hair quite nicely, which is positive.
So this is the Wet Brush Original, and this year and next year until I get married, I'm on a mission to get my hair in the best condition and long, because I decided to cut my hair short because I'm an idiot. So as soon as I saw this, I knew I wanted it. It's a wet brush, so you do use it when your hair's wet, which traditionally you're not really meant to because your hair can get damaged when your hair's wet. So I'm very excited to get this because even though I know you're not meant to brush your hair when it's wet, we all do sometimes. So this helps to eradicate the damage that can happen during that time. And I love you, wet brush.
So I currently use the Mason Pearson hairbrushes. So I do have quite high standards, but they are not the best for when your hair is wet. Generally, I feel like I've had lots of training, and the number one thing people say is don't brush your hair when it's wet. But I feel like if you have fine, tangly hair like I do, if I don't brush it, it just becomes a bit of a knotty mess. So I'm really, really excited to try this to see if it limits how much hair I lose, because right now I do have to empty my hairbrush pretty much every time I use it because that's how much my hair falls out. So just touching it, this is my first time experiencing the wet brush, and the bristles are really, really flexible. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see how that works with my fine, tangly hair, to see if it does just glide through easily like the Mason Pearson ones do. So yeah, I'm really excited to give this a try. I'm not going to use it on soaking wet hair, but I want to use it as I'm sort of rough blow drying and, before that, to get all of my serums through my hair.
I am super excited to try this brush out because I always have a battle with my hair. My hair is quite sort of wavy, frizzy, wild, so I have been known to break hairbrushes in the past. Normally my mum's when I'm borrowing them, sorry. So I'm excited to give this one a go because obviously it is original Detangler, so I'm hoping it's going to help tame my hair a little bit. The other thing that I love is that I know you're not supposed to brush your hair when it's wet, but I always do because I personally find that it's just a little bit more manageable after I've washed it, conditioned it, etc. And this one is made specifically to be used. You can use it when you've got dry hair, but also when you've got wet hair, just slightly damp out the shower. So this is going to make me feel a little bit less guilty about brushing my hair when it's wet.
I'm so excited to try this wet brush. It looks like an ordinary brush to the eye, but it's more than that. It's perfect for using with wet hair specifically. So you're not meant to brush your hair when it's wet because it snaps more easily, and the wet brush stops that from happening. And I know that's definitely a problem for me, as since I put bleach in my hair, it's been snapping more easily. So I can't wait to add this to my routine and see if it stops with the snapping that I associate with washing my hair.
So I was so excited when I found out that we were launching Wet Brush at Essential because I love Wet Brush. I did have one already that I have been using, but it's a different one to this. But I love it. I've noticed I always brush my hair when it's wet, and your hair does grow when it's wet because it absorbs the water, and that's the reason they tell you not to brush your hair, because it can pull out the hair because it has expanded from being wet. So I find that I get quite a lot of fallout and breakage from brushing my hair, and with my wet brush I don't get any breakage and I don't get any fallout. It's really great for brushing your hair if you do like to brush your hair straight after the shower, because I do. But I'm really excited to try this one because I've not tried this one before, and this is their original iconic brush. So I'm looking forward to it, and apparently it reduces breakage by 45%, so we'll see if that happens.
I'm actually going to buy one of these myself before having the opportunity to review it. So in the past I've actually used like the plastic type of bristles, and I've started to realise that's caused my hair to be quite static recently. So I've seen with the wet brush they've got these flexi bristles which are really good for like removing tangles and stuff in your hair, and obviously with my hair being quite long, that's something I'm looking for in a hairbrush, and I'm hoping as well it helps with the static that I've been seeing in my hair. I'm interested as well to see how this helps in terms of kind of like the fallout I'd normally see in my hair, as I'd normally lose quite a lot of hair on a daily basis. So I'm going to see if this kind of helps in terms of if I lose less or more, see if there's a difference.
I love brushes, shampoos, conditioners, masks, everything that it's gonna help my hair to look shiny and healthy. I have long hair and I want to protect them from breakage. I brush them like twice or 3 times a day because I have some knots because from the length, and if I want to keep them healthy I have to use appropriate products for my scalp and for my length. I will try this one this month and I will see how it works. It's so light because like some months ago I bought a brush but I never used it because it's so heavy. But this one it's so lightweight, so handy, so useful. If I brush them like too hard and so aggressive, yes, I do that, but I prefer like to brush them so soft using a detangling cream, and that brush, it's a detangling brush, and I think it's gonna help me not to break my length. I'll try to brush them wet. Usually I don't try, but I will try with this brush.
I'm very excited for wet brush. I think because obviously you can see I've got very long hair. So this time of year is a nightmare with the wind, the rain and everything like that going on. So just trying this, it says that it does like 45% less breakage as well, which is great, especially against the weather that's going on. And it's just long hair equals effort, brushing your hair in the mornings, all that kind of stuff. So it says it's 55% less effort to get through those tangles, which I'm very excited to try. Oh, the bristles are nice and soft. I was thinking they were going to be like really hard, but they're actually really nice and soft. Oh, it is nice and soft, and it does leave your hair really soft actually afterwards. I'm very intrigued. Handle's really nice on it as well. I think I've got a winner. The bristles are nice and soft. You can't feel it scraping across your scalp, which is great because my scalp is quite sensitive as well.
Again, recyclable packaging, which is always a winner. Wet brush. Why I want to try this in particular is after launching so many hair care brands at Essential and learning more about hair, I need to start taking care of my hair more. And when your hair is wet, it's obviously at its most vulnerable. So investing in a brush that's going to care for your hair then is really important. I want to start to see the difference. I want to enjoy the process as well. Looking at the bristles and feeling them, it's a nice sound. I already can see a difference. You know, I do use a tangle teaser, which is probably one of the competitors for this. It doesn't have bobbles, so I'm intrigued to see what the bobbles will do. Already, you know, it's not pulling on my dry hair, don't get me wrong. I'm all about looking after my hair, and I think this is going to be one of the foundations to getting the overall condition better. I think for me, one of the most annoying and problematic things is the pulling and the trying to get through. And when I have wet hair, my hair becomes very stringy because of the colour. So I think this will be very gentle on that and on my scalp. It's very comfortable, yeah. But I think for me, it's all about just making sure that as gentle as possible on my hair because it's so compromised with the colour.